Been forced a little wide, across the face of goal, and stumbled home is Luke Berry.
What do you think will be the key qualities of the side?
Well, we want to be a hard-working team. We want to be a committed team. We want to be a team that plays with passion for our supporters. We're young, so we know that we might lack experience and knowledge and nous a little bit in games sometimes, but what we lose in that, we want to gain in fitness and being able to play the game at a good tempo.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go!
We want to keep the qualities from last year, so the defensive shape that we had last year, the organisation, the fact that we're hard to beat and hard to play against, the fact that we never give up despite even on days that we don't play as well, that we're still a difficult team to beat. We want to keep those qualities, but we want to add a little bit of attacking threat to our game. We want to have that excitement. We want fans to get off the edge of the seats. We want fans to enjoy watching us play, especially at home. And we try and add some more creativity and goals to the team. This time last year, I think last season we were the second best defensive record in the league, but way down in terms of goals scored. So with the signings that we've made, we feel that we can improve on that.
How have you settled in?
Settled in really well. The first few days have gone really well. Met all the lads. Seems like a really good bunch. Training's been hard, but specific to what we need to be doing. And yeah, it's just a good, friendly atmosphere at the moment. Everyone's working hard and pulling in the right direction.
Yeah, I've settled in really well. I've got to know the boys quite well over a short period of time. Everyone seems really welcoming and that, so it's been good.
Settled in really well. It's a few days training now. Obviously met all the lads. The lads seem like there's a top bunch and it's a good group to go forward and do well this season.
And especially at home, we want to be a good team to watch. So yeah, I think that in general, we want to be a team that the supporters know every single time we put that shirt on and we go on that pitch, we're going to give all for the cause. We've got good, honest young players here. They are going to make mistakes, but they'll develop and become better. And we've got real competition in the squad now.
How does the training and facilities compare to your previous club?
Yeah, I'm very impressed. Obviously, I trained at Clare before in my loan spell, so I knew what that was like. Pembroke's new to me, not been here before, but I've been very impressed. All the pitches are in very good condition, and that's obviously good for playing football and stuff. The training's really good. Obviously, I've got a goalie coach here. I worked with a goalie coach last year. It's quite very similar, both very good. The facilities down here are second to none. They're absolutely brilliant. The pitches that you train on and stuff are really good. So everything that we need, we've got down here, and all stands in good stead for the season coming up.
How do you feel about going into your first game for the club?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. To be honest, I can't wait to get past pre-season and just step out onto the pitch. To be honest, because that's what I'm here to do, and here to play games. So I just can't wait.
Can you briefly take us through a typical training session?
Yeah, I mean, at this time of year they're not sort of typical because pre-season is quite different. So we have a real structure as to what we do over those 6 weeks and a real detailed plan of what we're doing, and we assess that every day. So at the moment, obviously, the amount of physical work is prescribed, and we've got to make sure they do the right runs at the right days and try and work different energy systems so that they're as fit as they can be come the 11th of August. But some days it's a double session, some days it's a gym session in the afternoon after a hard working session in the morning. A couple of times we've had them in the swimming pool afterwards, as well as a bit of rest and recuperation and a little bit of a cool down. And some of the time there's some technical work in, so it's a little bit different every day at the moment. We always start with a warm-up, then into a little bit of physical work. We try and then put the technical work after that. There might be another run before we finish, a cool down. If they've done a hard running session, they'll have a nice bath straight away afterwards. We get some food into them at the training ground, and then, as I said, sometimes there's a double session and they'll do a football session again in the afternoon, or sometimes the double session at the moment is in the gym. And I think that a typical week in the season would be easy for me to do, and I can tell you that in 6 weeks' time when we're into the season. But at the moment, the first 3 weeks of pre-season are really full on. So we're double sessions every day. The players have a tiny little insight into what a real working day is, because they're in early and it's quite late before they go home. We're in tomorrow morning on Saturday, so we'll just have Sunday off, and it is quite hard work. But that's important because we've got to get them right for, as I said, the 11th of August. Once the important games start in the league, that's when you have to taper the training down and make sure that the right amount of preparation is done, because obviously everything is geared around the Saturday and the result on the Saturday.
United. In it goes, looks to take a touch. Jarvis